Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on a Gemini Jets Lufthansa Boeing 747-400 in their current 2018 updated revised livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model. I purchased this model from Easy Toys, whose store is based out of San Diego, California, here in the United States of America, and their website address is www.easytoys.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular aircraft model, allow me to share you some information about the history of Lufthansa and how they came about and still operating strongly despite what's going on around us, okay? Lufthansa actually traces its history beginnings back to 1926 when D-ABYA Lufthansa AG was first formed in Berlin, Germany. DLH, as it was known for short, was actually the major flag carrier airline of Germany until 1945, when all services were suspended following the defeat of Germany in World War II. Then fast forward 8 years later to January 6, 1953, in an effort to create a new national airline, a company called Lufthansa was founded in Cologne, Germany. Then on August 6, 1954, Lufthansa acquired the name and the logo of the liquidated D-ABYA Lufthansa for 30,000 Deutschmarks, thus continuing the tradition of a German flag carrier of that name, which is mostly recognized today as Lufthansa, as the airline commenced operation shortly thereafter on April 1, 1955. The name of the company Lufthansa is derived from the word Luft, which is the German word for air, and Hansa, which is the Latin term meaning guild, which is most commonly used historically in reference to the Hanseatic League. Whereas the headquarters of Lufthansa is located in Dius, which is an inner city sectional part of Cologne, Germany, while the carrier's main hub and base of operations is located on the grounds of Frankfurt Airport, which is located approximately 7.5 miles southwest of the Central District section of Frankfurt, Germany, which is located in the Frankfurt suburb of Kelsterbach. Lufthansa also has a secondary hub that's located on the grounds of Munich Airport, which is located approximately 17.7 miles northeast of Munich, Germany, near the city of Freising, Bavaria, Germany. Lufthansa is the national flag carrier airline for the country of Germany, as well as the second largest operating airline in Europe at the Ryanair, that's based in terms of fleet size and passengers carried, as Lufthansa flies to 220 destinations in 81 countries across Africa, North and South America, Asia, and Europe, with an operating fleet of 263 aircraft, which includes 27 Boeing 747s, in which 8 of those are the Boeing 747-400s, including this one you're looking at here, and the remaining 19 are the Boeing 747-8I's Intercontinental variant, with no unfulfilled orders pending on either aircraft types. As of November 2021, or at the time of this video review posting, Lufthansa is currently one of 11 airline carriers, along with ANA All Nippon Airways based out of Tokyo, Japan, Asiana Airlines based out of Seoul, South Korea, Cathay Pacific based out of Hong Kong, Eva Air based out of Taipei, Taiwan, Garuda Indonesia based out of Jakarta, Indonesia, Hainan Airlines based out of Haikou, Hainan, China, Japan Airlines based out of Tokyo, Japan, Korean Air based out of Seoul, South Korea, Qatar Airways based out of Doha, Qatar, and Singapore Airlines based out of Singapore to hold this prestigious honor of operating as a certified 5-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine, and the Boeing customer code for Lufthansa on this particular aircraft is 30. Alright everyone, let's take a look at the front of the box. You know, what you see is in the silver. I kind of like this little silver box. You see the Gemini engraved blue decal, the Gemini 200 engraved decal, the computer generated picture of the aircraft type, the registration ship number, the Lufthansa logo, the Lufthansa title, the 1/200 scale diecast model aircraft, as well as the item number information you see at the front of the box. Now, looking at the back of the box, where you see the computer generated picture of the aircraft, the engraved blue Gemini 200 decal. You see the Boeing official license product decal. You see the Lufthansa official license product information there, as well as the rest of the information you see there. You can pause and read all that if you like. In the meantime, I'm going to keep this moving, all right? Now you're looking at the top of the box. And what you see, the blue engraved Gemini 200 decal, the warning information, as well as the item number information you see at the top of the box. Now you're looking at the bottom of the box, you don't see nothing much back there except the blue engraved Gemini 200 decal. Now you're looking at the left side of the box where you see the blue engraved Gemini 200 decal, the aircraft type, the registration ship number, the computer generated picture of the aircraft, the 1/200 scale die-cast model, as well as the item number information on the left side of the box. Now you're looking at the right side of the box, the same information on the left side of the box I showed you earlier on. Alright. Now you're looking at this metal model stand that actually came with the model. Very strong and sturdy. I like that. And then you see the black padding on top of that model stand. The sole purpose of that black padding, everyone, is not only to prevent your model, it also protects it from being damaged or scratched when you put your model on this particular model stand. Alright. Alright everyone, you're looking at this plastic bag, and what you see in this plastic bag are the gear replacement doors, featuring the two little toothpicks for these gear replacement doors. Please stay tuned as I go into detail for the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model. Alright? Alright everyone, with all that information out of the way about the history of Lufthansa and how they came about and still operating strongly as we speak, plus all the details here at the front of the box, as well as the information at the back of the box, the actual model stand that came with the model, plus the gear replacement doors inside that plastic bag. With no further ado everyone, here is the actual model. Let's check it out. There it is everyone, the Gemini Jets Lufthansa Boeing 747-400 in their current updated revised livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model. Alright, allow me to go into some information about this particular livery scheme. You know, I had some reservations about it, but it's growing on me like everything else though. I had a hard time adapting to it too, but I'm fine adapting to it. Alright, this is the current revised livery scheme of Lufthansa, which is actually called the Lufthansa Blue Livery Scheme, which was officially unveiled at a special unveiling ceremony that was held at Lufthansa's Aviation Center facility, which is located on the grounds of Frankfurt Airport in Frankfurt, Germany, on February 8, 2018. And the first aircraft that began sporting this livery scheme was a Boeing 747-800 Intercontinental Jetliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number D-ABYA, as the fuselage of the aircraft actually remained Eurowhite, whereas the long blue arc part of the tail now extends down underneath the rear of the fuselage, as you can see there. The Lufthansa logo, which is actually displayed on the tailfin of the aircraft, is also similar to the previous logo that features the enriched stylized crane that's flying inside the circle that was previously painted in yellow, has since been replaced and painted with the color of silver as part of a greater rebranding effort on the behalf of the German-based carrier Lufthansa to distinguish itself as a premium-based airline, as Lufthansa expects to have its entire fleet painted in this livery scheme by the end of 2025. The Lufthansa Blue updated revised livery scheme was created and designed by Ronald Wild, who is, by the way, the corporate design manager for Lufthansa. Alright, so with all this little information out of the way about this livery, let's get down to business. Let me show you all the details on the rest of this aircraft model. Shall we? Let's check it out. Alright everyone, now you're looking at the front of this aircraft on the front of this aircraft on the port side, left side. We're going to start at the front nose gears right here, the nose gear struts, the landing gear lights as you can see there. I'm going to show you a better visual view of those later on. And then you see the nose gear door with the partial registration ship number on there, VM. And then you see the pitot tubes and the static ports. You see the nose cone. You see the windshield wipers and the cockpit windows. I'm going to give you a better visual view of those later on as well. But more important, below the cockpit windows is the Lufthansa logo, which is this display right here. And this is the emblem of Lufthansa's logo, which was designed by the late German architect and graphic designer Otto Furley in 1918, as it symbolizes an enriched stylized crane in flight, as the emblem was adopted by Deutsche Lufthansa in 1926 and has been the airline's official logo ever since, as this logo can also be visibly seen on the tail fin of the aircraft. I'm about to show you that right now. There it is, everyone. Can I let y'all a little secret? That's, if you look on the real aircraft, it's not white, it's actually silver. I don't know why Gemini just didn't fall through with the silver here though. But my blunt opinion, Lufthansa still should have kept the gold there. It would have been pretty cool, but it is what it is though. But it's actually silver. You don't see the silver on the actual model, but it's actual silver on the aircraft, all right? All right, we're still at the front of the aircraft on the port side, and right beside the cockpit windows is the Stylized decal, which is this right here. And Lufthansa actually joined the Stylized along with Air Canada, SAS Scandinavian Airlines System, Thai Airways International, and United Airlines as one of the 5 founding members on May 14, 1997, which consists of 26 airline members from 5 inhabited continents. All right. And then you get right around about down here. You see that little yellow decal right there. I'm gonna try to bring it up closer. Check it out. All right, this is the best I can do without blurring up the whole video. So, you see the yellow decal displayed next to the L1 and the L2 doors, which is right here and right there. Now, what's inside that yellow decal is the Lufthansa logo, as well as the words Welcome. That's how it's pronounced and scripted in German, in the German language, which actually means welcome, which is also inscripted in the English language that's displayed inside the yellow decal as well. All right. And then you're looking at the Boeing 747 decal you see displayed there. All right. Lufthansa became the 5th carrier after Northwest Airlines, Singapore Airlines, KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, and Cathay Pacific respectively that acquired this iconic jetliner aircraft, as Lufthansa took delivery of their very first Boeing 747-400 jumbo jetliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number D-ABYA on May 23, 1989, and took delivery of its last Boeing 747-400 jumbo jetliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number D-ABTL on March 15, 2002. Lufthansa at one time registered and operated as many as 31 of these iconic jetliners in their fleet. And now, as of November 2021, or at the time of this video review posting, there are only 8 Boeing 747-400 that currently remains operating in their fleet, as this particular iconic jetliner aircraft is scheduled to be phased out completely from Lufthansa's fleet by 2025, and will eventually be replaced with the forthcoming next generation Boeing 777-9X, which is scheduled to enter Lufthansa's fleet sometime in late 2023. All right, we're still at the front of the aircraft on the port side, and underneath the Boeing 747-400 decal is the name of the aircraft, Kayed. That's how it's pronounced in the German language, Kayed. The L is silent, it's a D instead. I broke down in syllables. And this particular aircraft is named after this historic city, which is called Kayed, which was founded in 1233, as this city is also known for a variety of international sailing events, which includes the annual Kayed sailing event, which is considered the biggest sailing event in the world, as this historic city is located approximately 56 miles north of Hamburg, Germany. You also see the Lufthansa title. I forgot to add that in there. You see the nice little Lufthansa title sits there as well. All right, now you're looking at these engines here on the port side. See the engine cones right there, as well as right there. These are the General Electric CF6-80C2B1F type turbofan type engines that are used on this particular Lufthansa Boeing 747-400 jumbo jetliner aircraft. All right, now I'm gonna turn this aircraft model around, let you see the front of the engines, and the turbofan blades do spin. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the port side, and the turbofan blades spin over here as well. Okay, perfect. All right, and then we're gonna talk about the engines right here. Perfect, awesome. And then you're gonna slide over this way. You see on the edge of the wing, you see the inboard landing lights right there, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears here on this side of the aircraft, which features the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear door. And then you get to see the center bogey gear there as well. All right, now you're looking at the engines here on the starboard side, and the turbofan blades do spin there as well. Perfect. A little rough there. There we go. Perfect. And then you slide over this way. You see the inboard landing lights on the wings right here on this side, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears, which feature the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear door. You also have a view of the center bogey gear there as well. I'm going to show you a better view later on, all right? Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft, where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the nose cone, the nose gear doors, the landing gear lights. You know, the little jewels there makes it more realistic and appealing. The landing gear struts, as well as the front visual view of the front landing gears. All right, now you're looking at this wingtip device, which is actually 6.5 feet tall. You know, anybody flew this aircraft knows exactly how tall these bad boys are. They're actually tall for real. And then there's the red navigation light that sits next to this tall winglet device. Now you got a better visual view of the center bogey gears here on this side. The aircraft features the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear doors, as well as the landing bogey gears here as well. It features the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear doors. All right, we're at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, and what you see is the registration ship number, D-ABYM. Registration ship number, D-ABYM. This particular aircraft is the 23rd Lufthansa B747-400 jumbo jetliner aircraft that actually entered the carrier's fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on January 28, 1998, and was delivered to Lufthansa on February 7, 1998. This particular aircraft was also the very first Lufthansa Boeing 747-400 jumbo jetliner aircraft that was actually painted in this livery scheme. All right, now we're still at the back of the aircraft on the port side, and right next to that registration ship number is the German flag decal, which is this little decal you see displayed right here. And this flag decal actually represents the country where Lufthansa currently operates from as the national flag carrier airline for the country of Germany. All right, now you're looking at the tail fin of the aircraft. As I mentioned earlier, this is the Lufthansa logo. Instead of white on this aircraft, it's actually silver. Yeah, it's actually silver. I mentioned that earlier. And a nice little blue to actually come down the rear of the fuselage as well. All right. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft, and what you see is the APU exhaust hole, and there's the hole right there. And then there's the strobe light underneath the APU exhaust hole, as well as the entire aircraft from the rear view angle. Let's check it out. There it is, the Lufthansa Boeing 747-400 in their current 2018 updated revised Lufthansa blue livery scheme from the rear view angle. All right, now you're looking at the aircraft from the starboard / right side. We're going to see the front nose gears, the nose gear struts, the landing gear lights, the nose gear door, featuring the partial registration ship number on there, VM. See the pitot tubes and the static ports, the nose cone, the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the Star Lines decal, the Lufthansa logo, the Lufthansa billboard title, the aircraft types Boeing 747-400, Kayad, the name of the aircraft on this plane, and the front cargo containing loading door. All right, now it's the center of the aircraft, and what you're looking at is the General Electric CF6-80 C2B1 F turbofan type engines, featuring the engine cones right here as well as right there. And then you see the landing bogey gears in between these engines. I'm gonna give you a better visual view later on in a minute. All right, now you're looking at this wingtip device on this side of the aircraft, featuring the green navigation light that sits next to this wingtip device. Now you got a better visual view of the landing bogey gears here on the starboard side, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. And then there's the center bogey gear there as well that features the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. All right, we're at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the rear cargo containing loading door, the AFT boat bin door, the registration ship number, the German flag decal, as well as the airline's logo displayed on this blue tail fin of the aircraft. Check it out. There it is. Awesome. Now the blue is already streaked all the way down into the fuselage. Just good about right here, but it went all the way down to the fuselage. All right, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model for detail, allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears. Let's check them out. It rolls pretty good. You gotta be careful. They roll all right, a little rough though, but it does tilt. And the nose gear swivels as well. You see there, there, and there. So, with that said, allow me to show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model. Shall we? Let's check it out. All right, now you're looking at this aircraft from the aerial bird's eye view. We're gonna start at the front of the aircraft. We see the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows. You see the Lufthansa logo on both sides, the pilot escape hatch door. You see the Stylized logo on both sides. Then you come up here, you see the anti-collision beacon light, a couple high frequency antennas. You see the Lufthansa titles on both sides. And then you see the ADF antennas in 3D. You see the satellite communications antenna. And then there's the Wi-Fi box antenna. And then you come up here, a little high frequency antenna. And then there's the vertical stabilizer known as the tail. And then there's the horizontal stabilizer right there, features two little dots on this side as well as over here. The sole purpose of these dots, folks, they are called luminaire lights. And the sole purpose of these lights is to light up this tail here when it flies during nighttime. Now let's check out the engines and the wings. There. Okay, you see the wing, flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the upper wingtip device. Let's check out over here the engines. There, including the wings right here. It features the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the upper wingtip device on this side of the aircraft as well. Alright, now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model. We see the nose cone, the closed nose gear door, the open nose gear door, the front nose gear. I see a high frequency antenna, the anti-collision beacon light, the hole where the stand goes in at. And then you see the Gemini Jets logo, a couple more frequency antennas, the pressure relief valves right there. And then there's the APU housing doors, and then there's the horizontal stabilizers underneath. Now let's check out the center gears, center bogey gears here. Yeah, they tilt, okay. Tilt, perfect. And then let's check the gears right here. They tilt over here, tilt over there as well. And then you're looking at the engines right there underneath. And then you see the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, fuel dump valve, as well as the wingtip device. Let's check out the engines there, as well as the engines there. That was the gears you just looked at, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the wingtip device on this side of the aircraft as well. Alright, since I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, allow me to show you, display this model on this model stand that came with the model. So with no further ado, here is the model on the stand. Let's check it out. Alright, finally got this model on the stand, no problem, no hesitating. Now you see it being displayed on the stand, being viewed in takeoff landing position, being viewed from the port side of the aircraft. Now you see this model on the stand being viewed in the takeoff landing position, being viewed from the front view angle. Alright, now you're viewing this model with the model on the stand being displayed in the takeoff landing position, being viewed from the starboard side of the aircraft. And finally, you're seeing this model being displayed with the model on the stand being viewed in the takeoff landing position, being viewed from the tail cam angle. Okay, before I take this model to stand, I got in this position for a reason, and the reason is the magnetic gears that actually came with this model. So I'm gonna go ahead and take them off. I'm starting with the front nose gear right here. There. The gears here on this side of the aircraft. There. The center bogie gear here. It's magnetic there as well. The bogie gear over here. That's magnetic, as well as the center bogie gear over here as well. There, that's magnetic there as well. All right, now I'm gonna let you see this aircraft model at a different angle without the gears in flight mode position. So let's check it out. Okay, now you're seeing this model being displayed in flight mode position with the model on the stand, in the gears up position. Now if you want to keep your model displayed like that without the gears, that's fine. Now you see these little gear replacement doors I showed you earlier. That's the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors, is to substitute your gears while you display your model like this in flight mode. Or you can do what I suggest you do, just keep it in gear down position with the gears on there. Gears up, gear down, your choice. I choose to keep mine on there because it adds more value to the model. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take this model stand, and go ahead and wrap up this model review. All right, let's talk about the seating configuration on this aircraft. Lufthansa has two seating configured cabin versions that they actually use on their Boeing 747-400s. However, on this particular Lufthansa Boeing 747-400 jumbo jetliner aircraft, it seats 371 passengers in a three-class configured cabin layout. Here's the breakdown there run from rows 1 to 14, which is on the main deck, which will be from here to about right there. You have 45 business class seats, and then rows 81 to 84, you have another 22 business class seats, which is the upper deck, which is from here to about right there. You have total 67 business class seats. Rows 24 to 27, which will be about from here to about right there. You have 32 premium economy class seats, and rows 29 to 58, which will be from about right here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have an additional 272 economy class seats, which brings a total of 371 seats. And as of November 2021, or at the time of this video review posting, Lufthansa currently employs or previously employed their Boeing 747-400 jetliners on routes from Frankfurt, Germany to worldwide destinations such as Toronto, Ontario, Vancouver, Seattle, Washington, Denver, Colorado, Orlando, Florida, Washington Dulles, Berlin Tegel, Osaka, Kansai, Detroit Metropolitan, Dubai, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Mumbai, India, Beijing Capital, Shanghai, Pudong, Seoul, Incheon, Tehran, Iran, New York, JFK, Buenos Aires, San Francisco, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Tokyo, Haneda, Tokyo, Narita, Los Angeles, California, Lima, Peru, Boston, Logan, Sao Paulo, Brazil, Bangkok, Suvarnabhumi, Tel Aviv, Israel, Singapore, Mexico City, Miami, Florida, Hong Kong, Houston, Bush, Nagoya, Cebu, Newark, New Jersey, Cape Town, South Africa, Bangalore, Chicago O'Hare, Manila, Philippines, Shenyang, China, and Qingdao, China. Those are the routes. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting this model. You probably want to snatch it up pretty soon, because 2025 be here before you know it. And when it gets close to that date, this model gonna pretty much become almost impossible to find. A couple of deals still have them, but snatch it while you can. Well, with that said, please take care. God bless. Stay tuned. There's more model content coming. Peace.